Hello, I'm back in my craft corner, my creative space today, and I'd like to share some of the things that I've made previously because, to be honest, I've not had the time and energy to create anew. So I hope you will join me, and I've got my son's favourite mug with the little kitty on the front, and I hope you might make a cup of your favourite hot drink and join me as I show you round. So today I thought I'd share a junk journal I made that, as you can see, it was the Junk Journal July 2024, run by Meg's Journals and various collaborators. And I really enjoyed doing it. And I'm going to get back to junk journaling, which I haven't done since, really. And I finished this in September, I think it was. Not the end of July, but it doesn't matter because I enjoyed doing it so much and I took my time, and I can really lose myself in making things and putting things together. So I'll show you a few of the pages just to show you what I made. Each day you got a prompt and you work with it, and Meg showed us how to make a concertina type journal. And of course, I made it difficult for myself because I made it the hard way by, as she showed, joining lots of little bits, but really you could just make a concertina from a piece of thick paper and simplify it. But I also miscounted. So, of course, you've got all the the pages at the back to fill as well as the front. So I ended up doing spreads for most of the journal. So I shall learn from that, because I think then next time I would like to not spend quite as long doing double spreads, and it did take quite a bit more effort and energy. So I'll show you some of the favourite ones I had. This was just basically, this wasn't the prompt. This is just filling up some pages at the beginning. I just stuck, as you can see, a leaf there and distressed a piece of old paper. And some of the backgrounds I've used are vintage music sheets and old lace and materials. So I think this one was called Postcard, and also I combined it with the prompt Fold and made a various bits and pieces, different folds, as you can see here. And I tried to keep a kind of theme throughout by making it grungy around the edges and vintage looking. That one I didn't do very much. It really was just embellishing a picture behind, and it was wildlife, I believe that's prompt. This one was the first one I did. It was called Threads, and I wanted it to continue over the page, and it was continue the conversation. So it was threads of material, but also threads of conversation. And again, some of my favourite thing, different textures and materials and colours, wanting it to flow and follow through to the next piece of work. The prompt for this spread was buttons, and I wanted to bring them together, the two pages, through the different colours and threads and materials that do follow, but they seem to be quite separated. And I was racking my brains, and then I thought, well, if I put these almost like light shining sun rays, it took one page into another and joined them together. So that was the theory behind that one. This one is a page where the prompt is weather, and it went from a late sort of summer feel to more of a winter, looking forward to winter time, and again the reminder to put my dreams into practice. I love this material, the rainbowy shimmers there which follow this ribbon here as well. I like to join things together in a way that seems to flow, whether it's colours or themes or just different ways really to, I guess connect things. This one, having said that, doesn't seem to connect at all, but the reason for it was that the prompt was handmade, and I woke up thinking I wanted something really deep and opulent and colours and materials. So there's kind of velvet, and then I stamped this silky burgundy with gold, and generally went for something that I hoped would be opulent. I think this is my favourite page with the prompt lettering, and it incorporates a lovely sheen of gold and vintage pink and all the distressed look around the old letters and lettering. And of course, never let go of your dreams. Seems to be something of a theme, really, here today. I have this up in the alcove to inspire me, another piece of Sam Cannon art. A little step may be the beginning of a great journey. For me, the start of a real journey towards a more creative way of living. I just love looking at all of this. My friend Crispy helped me to get this space made up and helped me find the bureau and mended it and brought it to me and lined, I don't know if you can see really, the lining with vintage wallpapers and made little boxes, and it's all full of exciting boxes of and jars of vintage buttons. There's some lovely old leaves there. Want to get back to jelly printing as well. Look at this as well. I found this in a charity shop, and it's from what does it say inside? I've just mended it because I unfortunately tore the cover, but it's from 1814, this message written inside here. And I just loved it because look at that. We spend all this time grunging up papers, and this is the genuine article, so I'm not going to rip it up and use it, but isn't that amazing to think where that's been and how old it is? I just thought that was fascinating. And yeah, so that's it really for today. I just wanted to say hello. And next week I'm going to be back with more ideas about things that I'm working on and working towards more of a life that, as I say, feels authentic and that I want to live, and getting away from the life of working just to survive. I think that's really the point, because I realise where all my energy is going and how much I want to change that. So thanks for joining me today. I hope it's given you a few ideas that might just spark a little bit of creative wondering in you about what would you like to incorporate into your life that perhaps you haven't as yet, or that you'd like to do more of. And let's come back to that.